Now, but that being said, also, I also got to tap in on this particular topic. It's also been a hot one. It's been a hot, touchy topic, right? The WNBA. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. All right. Now I know most guys don't see the need to comment on the WNBA. I do. It's still rising in popularity. Right? I see the trend. I see where it's going. So I'm going to tap in on it. Okay. Last week they had their NBA All-Stars, a WNBA All-Stars. Was a decent game. Could it have been better? I believe so. I believe that last year's game was better from what I heard. This one was okay, but it wasn't what it should have been. It wasn't actually a game. It was more of a, like a Harlem Globetrotter type of exhibition from what I saw, okay? But before the game even started, I noticed that a few of the actual players were wearing shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us." Thought that was very interesting. Pay us what you owe us. Speaking to the league ownership. Okay. It's a very interesting conversation or thing to touch on or to bring up, right? But this is what they were trying to stand on the game. All eyes was on the players, so you want to make a statement. The best time is when you have all eyes on you, right? Like Tupac, all right? And they did that. Now, was it the statement that made sense? I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but it's what they did. You feel me? Their gripe. What's their gripe? What's the WNBA players' gripe? Their gripe is they want to get paid more or a higher percentage of the revenue shares that the WNBA generates. It's not a bad ask. It's not a bad ask. It's business 101, right? If you feel like you are of value, then you can ask for more, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But the question is, how valuable are you? That's the question. That's the question. And how much revenue do you generate? That is the question, right? Now, the fallacy that they're actually making is they are comparing themselves to the NBA. It's a fallacy. It's a bad move. It's not going to work out for you. Okay? Not going to work out for you. Okay? Now, why isn't it going to work out? Well, the NBA is 79 years old. Started in as a full organization. Started in 1949. Right? NBA has 30 teams. 30 teams. Right? The first player to earn $1 million. First players to earn $1 million. Moses Malone, Bill Walton, 1979. Right? 30 years after the year was started, the league was started. 30 years. The first player to earn 14, Magic Johnson, in one season. Right? That was in 94. Okay. Average viewership, 1.6 million a game. On average. Right? So it took time to get to those averages, right? To acquire more sponsorships, right? And also to be able to sell more tickets, and not only tickets, but also to be able to sell more packages and more jerseys. Took it a while. 49 to 79, right? 30 years before the players actually began to earn $1 million plus. So for all that time before they weren't making $1 million, they had to find other ways, other means to make money. A lot of the players also were working jobs while they were playing. A lot of them were tradesmen. They had trades also, okay? So now the WNBA is only 29 years old. 29, right? Not only that, but it's also generating money because it's being subsidized by the NBA. Without the NBA, it cannot exist. So if you can't exist on your own, right, then your value isn't there yet. It can get there. It's not there yet, though. Okay, it's not there yet. Remember I said the NBA has 30 teams? The WNBA also has 18 teams. 18. It's not enough teams to be able to generate that kind of money also. All right? And besides all of that, we want to get down to the money. We want to get down to the economics. All right? The WNBA has been in the red every year since its inception. Every year it's been in the red. It hasn't made any actual revenue or profit. It's made revenue, but no profit. Okay? So, while these females are wearing shirts that say pay us what you owe us because they want to get a higher percentage of revenues, where is it coming from? It's not enough money. You're behind every year. That's why they have to get subsidized, right? To be able to keep functioning. All right. Now, if they were smart, what they would do is make themselves valuable outside of just being able to shoot the ball. They will work to generate more interest in the game, more interest to get more fans of all, backgrounds, races, and creeds, right? But they will create ways to generate more interest, which will turn into more revenue because more eyeballs will be on the actual game. And once more eyeballs on the game, they can sell more sponsorships. Not only that, they're gonna sell more jerseys, but they're gonna have to find a way to boost the attention and excitement for the actual WNBA league. All right, don't just leave it on the management side, right? You're gonna have to take the initiative if you want more money. Now let's see what happens. I doubt they're gonna take that route. They play ball, but they're lazy. They're so used to being subsidized, they don't even know what it is to actually really, hustle to make sure that next year they can be in business. We'll see what happens. I doubt anything's going to happen. Now, they're not playing the game right because the league owners can say, hey, you know what? Scrap it. All you've been doing is funneling money into a business that has not made money. Right? Since its inception, which is 29 years. No money for 29 years? What business do you know can still survive and be operable with no money with no profit for 29 years? I'll wait. You're not going to find that, all right? So they're playing a bad game, Russian roulette. Why I say that? Because the ownership can say, hey, you know what? Scrap it all. Because all we're doing is pouring money into a pit that's not generating anything for us. Scrap it. Then what are you going to do at that point then? Huh? Got to play the cards that you're dealt, but be able to play them to win. Right? Know what kind of battle you're in. All right? But let's see what happens. Again, I want them to win, but they're going to have to put the work in, man. All right. I like seeing them play. Let them play with heart, grit, vigor. Okay. They probably need to spend more time practicing. Right. Okay. But, you know, we'll see. Time will tell. Okay.